ago, I had an appointment up at the VA. And this tech is calling out, Mr. Pruitt, Mr. Pruitt. They don't even look at the stupid first names on the chart. Would you look at the first name on that chart? Oh, Jacqueline Pruitt. Why didn't you get up? Do I look like a mister to you? You know there are female veterans who come to this hospital. When people hear that we're a military family, they always assume that my husband is the vet. He was never in the military. I give him a hard time. You're my dependent. I was a tomboy. I hung out with mainly boys. I didn't play with Barbies. I dug for earthworms and I climbed trees. My biological dad left when I was 3. Essentially, he really, really wanted a boy. And I was not a boy. The gender binary refers to the notion that gender comes in 2 distinct flavors, men and women. Military service members currently check 1 box when they enter active duty. Yet, whichever box the soldier ticks comes with a set of defined social roles and norms that are unwritten, yet they hold just as much power as those on paper. As any woman in the military can tell you, changing unwritten rules is not as easy as simply checking a box. Deployed by Nicola and Samantha Lazar. I was always told how a girl is supposed to act. Are you going out like that? Wait your turn. Cross your legs. Pull your skirt down. Pull your pants up. They told me I couldn't join the Marines. I like to prove people wrong. When I was at the Homestead Air Force Base in Florida, they did a bunch of presentations for the women. It was how to keep yourself from getting raped. Safety in numbers. Don't go out alone at night. Dress appropriately. Don't drink. Carry pepper spray or mace. Don't you have the wrong people in here? Shouldn't the guys be in here? That's their contingency plan? To tell the women? You can't always defend yourself, you know. The men always felt they were so superior. The army was for men, and we didn't belong there. You know cadences? Those chants for when you're marching. Left, 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 right, left. Well, that's the one the civilians know. They have other ones. I wish that all the ladies were pies on the shelf and I was a baker eating them all myself. There was this guy. He was a second class, so a rank above me. And apparently he and his friends had made a bet that he could get me to sleep with him. Now, I was committed to a guy named Tom, so I wasn't interested in anybody. But I mean, he invited me to a party, and we're playing beer pong, and I had a couple of close friends there with me, so I wasn't worried about it. And at some point in the night, I was just trashed. And so this guy carries me into a room and into a bed, and then he left. And so I didn't think anything of it. But when I woke up, his hand was down my pants. What the well, I put you in my bed, and blah, 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 the bullshit. And a few days later, I'm in the control center and a bunch of officers are there. And the guy, oh yeah, I tapped that. Hey, you know what? The next time you want to start telling people that we had sex, make sure it actually happened. You know, I think I'd remember something. Maybe it's because your dick is too damn small. I didn't feel it. I'm in love with Tom, and everybody knows it. After that, I never had a problem. You know, not everyone gets raped in the military. Yes, a lot of men have this attitude, and I'm not saying it's right, but not every woman gets victimized. I wish that all the ladies were holes in the road, and I was a dump truck filling ball with my load. You're supposed to report it. I know it's gotten better. The procedures are better now. But when I was in, we couldn't say anything. Lined 100 women up against a wall, and on a $2 bet he said he could screw them all. Well, he screwed 98 till his balls turned blue. Then he backed off, jacked off, and screwed the other two. When Tom and I were dating, I told him I never want to have kids. And he thought that when we got married that would change. We've been together for 9 years. And eventually Tom was like, so I guess I'm not gonna get that baby. So when this happened, he was over the moon. You know, I never really thought about why I never wanted kids. But then my therapist said, you know how to be a guy. You know how to swear and get dirty and do all this stuff, but you don't know how to be a woman. And having a baby is the most womanly thing there is. So Tom left it to me. As for whether I wanted to keep the baby or not. And in the end, it just felt like if I did decide to keep the baby, it was almost like killing myself. A piece of myself. Women have been working for equal rights for many years, and this is an equal opportunity for me to go. If I had been a man, they would have said, oh, look at him. He is going to be such a hero. And they look at me going in a different way. And why should it be that way? Even with what's happened to me, I don't regret serving my country. Something that is simple and something that is easy is not always the same thing. So maybe you've got a certain fear, but you're also excited, like you're going to do something important. I am very proud of my military service. It's simple, but not easy. So I went back in the military.